I'm not even sure the Leafs deserved to win that game. But the best part about playoff hockey is it doesn't matter if you deserve to win. All that matters is the dub.
Leafs fans don't give a damn how they win. Make it as greasy, as gross, and as pathetic as you want. As long as it's a dub in the column, they keep trucking. Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast brought to you by BetMGM. It is round 2 of the playoffs. I am your host, Dan Powers, and sitting right next to me, you're used to me sewering him in the intros of this podcast, but I instead will sit here and say the man defied all the odds, and he is not, in fact, sick again. Healthy boy, Chris Powers.
And dude, I would say as always.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Almost got you.
And I would say,
gotcha.
I was pretty close. It's Monday, and I'm like completely fine. I would say I was pretty spot on with my my prognostication.
Yeah.
You know, like I was like, yeah, dude, literally.
You were pretty locked in. I won't lie.
Like I would argue that I was completely healthy by Saturday, and if you want to get me on a technicality that I wasn't literally 100% back Saturday, fine. But I was not a sick person on Saturday. And then by Sunday, I was literally completely healthy.
Yeah.
So, suck it.
Suck it.
Literally everybody.
I mean, you win this round. Yeah. I have nothing to say.
I win every round.
Okay. Speaking of people who won every round, there's one thing I need to get into before we talk about the madness, go over our previews and everything. I am a mass murderer.
Dude, this is... I don't even think Wags knows this story. And Dude, have you ever seen the movie Signs, Wags?
I feel like I have. I'm bad with movie names.
Yeah, you are. There's a movie called Signs, which everyone should see because it's fucking gas, and it's M. Night Shyamalan. And there's a scene, it's about aliens. There's a scene where they are showing a clip. It's like the first alien sighting from a kid's birthday party in Brazil. And Dan, you might have to help me here, but the reporter, she's like, what you are about to see, they're like, we're going to play the clip from the birthday. And I'm pretty sure the reporter goes, be warned, what you are about to see may shock you.
I think that's exactly right.
And dude, for everyone listening in your car, on your commute, at your cube, for everyone watching on YouTube, what you are about to hear may shock you. I need you to understand that, and I want to give this warning before this story begins.
Dude, nothing in my life could have prepared me for yesterday. Nothing. But I told a story on this podcast several weeks ago that I have a mouse problem. It's been torturing me because I'm a very clean boy. And there is what appeared to be a mouse in the house. He was getting in the pantry, chewing through bags of food. Now, mice get in anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
It has nothing to do with the cleanliness. Well, sometimes it can, but you could have a clean house and a mouse can
We
get
know.
in.
We know. You've made that point.
I just want that to be heard.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, exactly.
They all fucking
Oh, my house is clean as hell. There's fucking mice everywhere. But
Shut up, okay? I'm dealing with trauma.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
So I lay traps everywhere, clean the house, tip to taint. Nothing. But also no evidence of a mouse.
Yeah.
Now, I will
Dude,
also...
I want to maybe put a pick up. Dan went out of town to New York and was like, hey, dude, stay on your bullshit for the mouse. Because, like, and dude, hand to God, like, I could see that where Dan comes back for the weekend and the mouse...
He's on the couch.
He's throwing a bachelor party in the pantry.
He's laying on the couch with the remote in his hand.
Dude, and I'm like...
watching Ratatouille.
I didn't know, dude. So I was like, not on my watch, not this time. And I laid more traps than you've ever seen, literally surrounding the only place that we had deduced was the entry point.
Yeah.
So I was like, we got him, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it was out of control.
It was out of control.
Some would say it was too much.
It
like
was.
the mouse comes out and is like, I mean, okay, dude.
Yeah.
You're not fooling anybody.
But that's kind of a win, I think.
Yeah, keep him at bay.
I was like, whatever, dude. Leave. You be gone.
So this weekend, our parents are in town. our family friends who are essentially our other parents are in town. So a lot of the fam is together at the house. We're having a nice, relaxed cookout on a Sunday evening.
We haven't seen this fucker in
weeks. Getting ready for some playoff hockey. And our buddy Shane's girlfriend, Kelsey, sees the mouse.
And we think it's a rat.
I think it's a rat.
It's a rat.
She goes, I think I just saw him come out of the front hall closet. So I, frustrated that this rat prick would show his gnawing, teething fucking rat face in the middle of the day in front of all my friends.
With the sun up, dude. The sun up.
So I go, enough is enough. And I go to the front hall, dude, and I open that door, and it's a front hall closet. There's jackets in there. There's a broom in there, a mop in there. There's cleaning supplies. There's this, there's that. But the floor of the closet is full of nonsense. And I go, I got to clean this out. So I grab a couple trash bags. I'm like, I'm going to throw away some stuff. I'm going to clean this out, see if there's any evidence of a mouse in here. I grab eventually a, shout out Preds, Nashville Predators jersey that is just folded up in there. And a piece of mouse poop falls off of it.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, we're in business, dude.
We got it.
There is, I was looking for evidence. I found evidence.
Sounds like a Tom and Jerry episode.
Yeah, correct, dude. You just wait,
Wags.
Wags. You never seen this episode, dude. You never seen this episode.
So I start rifling through, and I'm pulling everything out now. Pulling. And eventually I start to see the floor of the closet. I've pulled enough stuff out. And there's a few boxes in the back. There's a router box in the back. And I'm looking in there, and I think I see something move. And then at first I go, is my mind playing tricks on me?
I'm in my own head.
But then I kind of reach in, I lift a little bit, and then I just see a little nose of a mouse. And he turns around, and I see his little tail. And I go, okay, we got life. We have literal life in here. So I look over, and I look over at my dad, and I go, I got him. There's a mouse in here. So he comes over. Shane comes over. I give Shane a mop, like a Swiffer, big flat paddle, and I have a hockey stick on brand. And I go, whatever you do, don't let him out of the closet. So with the hockey stick, I lift the box. This mouse runs straight out at us. Straight out. Shane panics a little bit, but then shows some good mental toughness and just stomps this mouse.
And dude, I need you to hear that, Wags. I'm not saying like kicks it. I need you to hear that
square on the bottom of his shoe stomps this mouse into the seventh circle of hell. I'm talking blood and guts squirting everywhere.
Like
Shane,
dude.
Oh yeah,
stomped, dude. And I'm like, did
that
you fucking
happens?
Stomp that?
And
mouse?
I go, holy shit, dude. Then I look up. There's two more mice in the closet. Two more mice in the closet. Shane, after a curb stomping murder, gets a little queasy and he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. For the next 10 minutes, my father and I proceed to, with a stick and a mop handle, move boxes and bags around that closet and just start relentlessly skull bashing mice. Because not 2, 3, 4, or 5, but 6, 7, and 8 fucking mice. 8
bro.
mice, dude.
Keep in mind, dude, the fucking girls are losing their shit. Shane is like about to puke. Like Shane's like getting sick. The girls are screaming. I'm fucking cooking burgers. I'm literally on the deck grilling burgers with the door open, whistling, minding my business. And then I hear Brett comes out. He's like, Shane just stomped a mouse. And I'm like, oh yeah, they got one. And he's like, no, he stomped on it. And then like Shane's like green over here. And so I'm like, what do you mean? And then I kind of peer in because I don't want to burn the burgers because the whole dinner's counting on me. I peer inside and Dan and Dad, dude, they look, you know those curlers in curling when they're like trying to get the puck to move? These two motherfuckers, dude, like literally just bang. And I was like,
It literally,
what the fuck is going on?
looked and sounded like two hibachi chefs. Just
Yeah,
going, bang, bang, chop, 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 bang, smack, 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 smack. just smashing in skulls, dude. Absolutely bashing generations of mice.
Dude, and then like that will happen, and then it's quiet, and I'm like, surely they just killed all of them. And then I'd be like,
whack, 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 more.
It's like, dude, we didn't get them.
I was full on Peter Bretter from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, just smashing this hockey stick on the ground, going, I'm sorry, just killing mouse after mouse after mouse. It was fucking unbelievable, dude. When we finished, I then had to keep cleaning the closet.
Yeah.
And sweep up into a dustpan 8 dead mice carcasses, put them in a trash can, and then like with gloves and a mask on, Clorox bleach the entire closet, and then eat a fucking
And
family
dude, as
meal.
I come
dude.
in with the food,
I walk out and I
me?
go, yeah, I'll take a burger and a hot dog, please.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if I could eat after that.
Dude, I had to choke it down, man. I was having nightmares of mice crawling in my bed last night. We're sitting down eating dinner, and my mom looks at me and she's like, "You're all right. You look a little shell shocked." And I was like, "Yeah, I just came back from a shooting range, dude."
What would an exterminator do in that case? Would they
I think same
also
thing.
kill him?
I think they do the same thing. Come in with a-
I have
with
no
a
idea.
broomstick
But what
and
I
just
did
smash his head in.
was horrifying. And listen, I'm an animal guy. We know this. Danny Dogfather. But like, you can't be in my house, mouse. Go outside. That's your home.
Dude, I think
It was fucking horrible,
If we had opened that box, seen all 8, and they'd been like this, oh, please, no. I think genuinely we all would have gone, get a bucket, put it on top of them, and just kind of like slide the bucket out of the house.
But
and I
they'd
know
come-
people
they'd
say
come
like
back in.
they'll come back in, whatever, but I'm just like, I think we would have done that from the humanity. But dude, the second that we revealed them and they went like this, it was like, it just stuck. It was literally no choice but to be like, fuck you, Christ. They moved first, is all I'm going to say. They fucking moved first. And I will say the worst part of the story is we did not get the rat. The rat is at large, dude. And potentially their mom. Like, I don't even know how that works, but there is a rat at large who is at the very least boys with those mice. Like, at the very least, if not familial. He is boys with them. He's going to come back to the closet and see they gone, dude. And then see fucking blood splatter on the wall. Actually, he's not because Dan cleaned it, but he's going to smell the fucking Clorox and go, okay, I know what's fucking going down here, dude. You like those fucking pretzel chips in the pantry? Gone. They're mine. Fuck you. So we got a problem, dude. I slept with an eye open last night. I thought he might wake up with on Dan's chest.
I'm not kidding. I locked my door last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that make any sense at all? No. But I locked it.
Yep.
Just got to be sure. Dude.
Something to think about, dude.
But man, it was not fun. It was so traumatizing, and it had to happen, I guess. But that was awful.
Yeah.
That was awful, and I wish it upon no one. But mice, get out of the house.
Yep. Correct.
One time we had a mice in our house, and one bit me. My dad took it and threw it like 100 feet in the air. It's the coolest thing ever as a kid. I was like, wow, thanks, Dad.
That is sick. Similar story, bro. I was young, and I went into my parents' bedroom, and I was like, yo, something is tickling my feet. I was in bed, and my dad was like, all right, brother. Because I was young. He was probably like 5. And he's like, dude, like this kid's just afraid to sleep alone. And he's like, you're okay. You're all right. And I go back in my bed, and then I come back in, and I was like, hey, something is tickling my feet. I don't know what's going on. My dad comes into my bedroom to show me that nothing is going on, and he rips my covers back, and there was just a mouse in my bed.
True story.
And he did the same thing, dude. He saw it, and he was like, oh! And he just like backhanded it off the bed into the wall. But I've been being gaslit by my parents about mice, and that I think that was my dad making up for what he did.
Yeah.
we were
Okay.
young.
I like that.
Anyway, let's move on. We're talking about rats.
Yeah. Nice. Wow. Clean.
Perfect transition into the one game so far of round 2 that we have. Here's the deal, folks. We did our preview of this series where Chris and I said what we think is going to happen on today's live.
Which is up on the video tab now.
All of the other series we're going to do previews of, but we get to talk about this one first because we got a game.
All right, everybody. Taking a quick break to tell you about BetMGM and the Hat Trick Jackpot. God, it even sounds cool. When I say it out loud, it even sounds cool. The way it works is this. You download the BetMGM app, and you use promo code NETTERS. That's NETTERS. And then a ton of good things happen to you, to be completely honest. First, when you sign up with Netters, if your first bet loses, you can win up to $1,500 in bonus bets, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. And then the other thing is you can join promotions like the Hat Trick Jackpot, which is you watching playoff hockey and you bet on an anytime goal score. Are you just saying they're going to score once? You bet on an anytime goal score, and if they get that Hattie, if they get 3 or more, we're seeing them. Rantanen just had a Game 7 Hattie. If you had Rantanen anytime goal score and your guy scores a Hattie, you get your share of 10 G's in bonus bets. That is ridiculous. Think about the betting you could do with that. Anytime goal score, Hattie, boom, hat trick promotion. It's incredible, okay? So use that promo code NETTERS, that's NETTERS, when you sign up for BetMGM today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY for New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 for Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP for Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF for Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 for Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. So the Leafs have protected home ice through game 1. They won, I think, 5-4. And inexplicably didn't get me an empty netter, which is fucked to hell. And actually, I guess because it's not that big of a deal, let's just talk about it right now. That is one of the, I'm not kidding, one of the great empty net gaffes I've ever seen from Austin Matthews. I'm not kidding. Like, obviously, there's compilations of videos of like...
That was a bad miss.
That is a preposterous miss.
Bad miss from
Austin
an elite
Matthews.
player. An elite player.
Like, that dude can find the net anywhere. And I'm like, dude, that you almost lost the game or almost went to overtime because of it, and you cost me money. I legitimately think he should Venmo me money. Is that crazy?
Yeah,
like it's $115.
I only think that because when people do this in fantasy football, they're like, Jamar Chase, you blew Venmo me this money. They're like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to put in the ether that Austin Matthews could hit us up and be like, I don't give a fuck about your bet, bitch. I don't want that to happen.
Agree, but usually because they're like, Jamar, you didn't have 3 tutties and whatever. And he's like, dude, I'm like playing football. This was a simple, like, shoot it in the open net. There's no goalie. And this would be a good insurance goal.
Yeah.
And it's $115. I'm not saying like you owe me a ton of money. I'm just saying like you owe. Actually, he doesn't have to pay me the profit. Just pay me back my 100.
Send me a beer.
Literally send me $100. I'm going to be reaching out to him. So that's the final of the game. We're going to get into it, but Dan, if we both said, without knowing what we were going to say, we both said Panthers in 6. Now having seen game 1, if you could redo your prediction, what would you say?
Cats in 5.
He went the other way. Dude, I thought I had the spicy take because I was going to say... I was going to say my Panthers I would keep it Panthers in 6, and I would love it even more. I would love my pick even more because if the Panthers had won this game, you're now flirting with Cats in 4, Cats in 5 territory. Mm-hmm. So this actually, I think, really helped my Cats in 6.
Yeah. No,
which I still think it's going to be.
All kidding aside, it was... I still think Cats in 6. That game finished 5-4, and we're going to get into a lot of interesting plays in that game. But I think my biggest thing is, despite the 0-for-5 on the peeper, and that is something that's important to see, that was about as good of a game as the Leafs could ever hope to play. And I know that there'll be a ton of Leafs fans who are going to go, what? We weren't even that good, blah, blah, blah. You scored 3 on Bobrovsky in the first period. That is about as good as you could ever possibly
And you had a
play.
great first period.
Yes.
3 on Bobrovsky, 12 shots. Florida didn't do dick.
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy.
And you barely won the game. So I think I am a little bit like, you know what? I'm not... If I'm a Panthers player, if I'm a Panthers fan, I'm really not worried. Now, as we keep saying, dude, I picked the Panthers in this, but again... I'm not shitting on the Leafs here.
Yeah.
You needed to win at home. You won at home.
Dude.
You need to get the first goal and come out hot. You got the first 2 and came out hot. Like
30 seconds got a goal.
Great performance from the Leafs, and I'm proud of you for it. And if you're a Leafs fan, you're thrilled right now. Did it get a little leaky? Sure, but who cares? I think this Leafs team is definitely in a place where it's like, buddy, I'll do some naughty, freaky shit Get freaking naughty to get wins. Doesn't matter how you win, just win. That is all they need to care about. So I don't think they should care either. But I think the bigger thing is the fact of the matter is the odds are still set at the Panthers being the favorites to win the series, and they're down 1-0. That should say something. And I think that they came out so sleepy, tired. Bob was terrible, but then locked it the fuck down
nasty,
despite that the break Matty Nice, aka Matty Nice, aka Matty Ice breakaway goal. But yeah, I think Cats and 6 is still very much my choice. Now we'll see if the Leafs win game 2. I still think it's Cats and 6. But,
I might have to go Cats and 7 then, but I would still legitimately be on the Cats. I guess depending on how the game goes. But dude, love this game from Toronto, man.
Love it.
Holy fuck, I'm so impressed by them. I have a pitch that I'm going to get to later, but truly, like the start, riding the crowd, all of it, man. Willie Nylander going, like he looks so disinterested sometimes, but like he is producing. You're gonna need that.
It's his game, 2 goals right off the bat. Nyes gets his 4th. Morgan Riley's scoring.
Who hasn't even been good, but like he just scores in the
3
playoffs.
goals.
That's what I mean. He just scores in the playoffs, and you're like, oh my god. So yeah, tremendous. You were right. This game was way more important for Toronto, but they got it, dude. Like this team, for the billionth time, just feels different. We had joked, we'll see what the Berube effect is in the what we were calling the bullies versus the pussies series.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like the Panthers are just going to come in here and goon you. Not goon in a bad way. They're just going to come here and beat you up and make you earn it. Make you feel a fucking playoff series. And the Leafs have notoriously been softer. Is Berube going to change that? Nothing can be said after one game, but there was an incident, a classic bullies incident that has had a big ripple effect that we have to touch on all of it. But let's just talk about the event itself. Sam Bennett catches Stoli the goalie with an elbow.
Yeah.
Stoli the goalie goes down, does not return. When did that happen? End of second?
I think so.
I want to say. It's crazy this game just ended and I can't remember anything. Let me check. Time on ice. Yeah, halfway through the second. Stoli played 30 minutes, 12 seconds.
So let me say this, unless you're
please.
You're running still.
Please.
We're going to talk about all of this in depth, and we're going to say, first and foremost, we hope Stolarz is okay.
Yep.
That is the most important thing here, without a doubt. Now, there have been a lot of tweets and a lot of reports. Stolarz took a fucking missile from Sam Reinhart off the face in the first period.
Yeah, I
5
saw
minutes
that.
into the game, it knocked his mask off, and there are doctors online who are saying that when the puck knocked his mask off, 25 seconds after the hit, he did a shake, SHAAKE, a spontaneous head shake after a kinematic event.
Okay.
Which
Is this real?
which predicts concussion 72% of the time.
Okay.
So there is a chance that Stolarz took that fucking cruise missile off the dome, and that gave him a concussion. And then he took another bit of contact to the head from Bennett, which made the concussion symptoms more severe, and then we believe to have seen him get sick on the bench and throw up. Very scary. He left the game. There's reports that he left the game on a stretcher. We do not know that.
I didn't even see that.
I'm not going to. I don't know if that's confirmed, but there are reports of it. Here is the thing about this play, and I went on the IG, and I've actually stick taps in a big way to a lot of Toronto fans. We've had probably 50 plus Toronto fans come into the DMs and be like, I actually kind of agree here.
Yep.
Sam Bennett is a grimy player.
Yep. Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Sam Bennett would be the first to admit it. And I understand that when you play against the Florida Panthers and you have guys doing shit like what he does and Tkachuk does, it's frustrating. Now, I am kind of here to say I'm getting a little sick and tired of fans genuinely crying about this team. I'm not a Panthers fan.
Yeah.
I'm on the Panthers bandwagon like I have been for the past couple of years. Got back on. But I'm not a Panthers fan. I didn't grow up a Panther. I don't have die-hard support for this team. So I'm not here blindly defending anything. But I am here to say, dude, it's part of the game. You heard Brad Marchand's comments last year, I believe it was, when they lost in 6 to the Panthers when Bennett gave him the little donkey punch. Marchand, who was the victim of that, was the first. It's ironic that he's on the Panthers now. Was the first to be like, guys, we are trying to hurt each other out here. We're not trying to take our skates off and stab somebody like Happy Gilmore, but we are trying to hurt people. We are trying to win games. It's a physical game. It's part of the game. Everyone wants to say the team that's playing my team is cheap and dirty and disgusting. Your favorite players do it too. They cross-check people in the back, in the spleen. They slash, they gouge, they do this. Now, the Panthers know what they are. This is a part of their identity. I understand it's frustrating to play against. That doesn't mean every single play is the most vicious, intent to injure thing of all time. So I'm here to say, watching that replay, I didn't feel like I saw anything crazy. There's another angle that came out that shows his arm does appear to move a little bit, maybe in a way that it shouldn't. But I always try to have a little bit of leeway in it's a fast game. There's so much going on. I would chalk this up to, I would have been fine with a 2-minute interference call here. I don't think that there's intent to elbow him in the head, but I think it's a bit careless of Bennett. I think he's up in the goalie's face around his head and he makes some contact. But I don't think there are people who are saying, quote, he throws a nasty, dirty elbow into the back of his head. I really don't think he does that.
Dude, this is nothing. This is nothing, dude. I'm watching this replay on loop 1,000 times.
I've watched it 1,000 times.
It's, first of all, it's not even his elbow at all.
It's his
at all.
Well, it's his forearm.
No, it's just like the back. It's his
hand.
glove, dude.
Yeah.
Like, watch it right here. It's literally like the back of his glove hits him. And you definitely see Stolarz go like this when the glove hits. Like,
Sure.
At first I thought he barely touches him at all. The glove side gets him. He gets the pass from Tkachuk. He's coming across like this. He's almost like reaching to keep it. And it hits him. It is not the elbow at all. Literally after his glove hits him, his elbow tucks in and it slides by. I love the, like, he was already concussed take, because that would make a lot of sense here. Because I'm not at all saying Stolarz is flopping and whatever.
My guess, and listeners, I'm saying my guess, I think that's definitely the case.
Yeah.
I think he was already concussed from the shot. I really do.
This is nothing. I have no issue with this quote, but Berube, elbow to the head, clear as day. And I'm like, of course, I get that from
you're
the coach,
of the
that
team.
is
Yeah.
dead,
You got to stand by your player.
dead wrong. So, of course, it's Bennett. But anybody losing their shit over this is just too caught up in the emotion because it's playoffs and I get it. But
and
this
you're a fan of the
is
team.
literally nothing. This is a nothing burger that I never want to talk about again.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that maybe they don't have Stoli moving forward, which I do want to talk about.
Yes. So I suppose where I'm at is, and like I said, I'm not defending either side, so I'm going to switch to the Toronto side. It's a shame that it's Bennett, because he does have a history of shit like this. So it's really hard to defend. It's really hard to confidently say he didn't do anything. There was zero intent there at all. So I can't say that. But I will say from the video, I think you are too emotional if you were going to say there's a clear elbow there. I just don't think there is.
There's not at all. There's not an elbow at all.
I really don't think there is. So if this leads to a fine or a suspension, I think that's a bad call. I really do. If they want to throw a fine to just appease people,
fine, whatever. I will be appalled if someone is
pun
suspended
intended.
for this. Yeah.
but I'd be fine with that. Because it'd just be like, all right, now everyone shut up.
Yep.
I really don't think there is. And also, I do want to get this out there. The thing that not enough people are talking about when they're losing their shit online, I'm not going to call them out, but a Maple Leafs fan who is incredibly blindly loyal and vocal. You could guess who it is.
Yeah.
Immediately when I posted that, slid into our DMs and was like, brother, what planet are you on? And I'm like, okay, you're going to have a logical conversation here. And those are the ones where I'm like, I can't talk to you. I refuse, frankly, to have a conversation with you if you're that emotional about it, because you are clearly too emotional. I want to say this. People are conveniently forgetting that these two people just won a Stanley Cup together last year and are good friends. I don't know that I am ready to think that Sam Bennett went, I'm going to elbow my buddy in the back of the head and give him concussion. I know it's in-game and emotions are high, but you know who's on the ice. So,
dude.
I think it's a little greasy. Sam Bennett is in and around the goalie. He doesn't get pushed into him. He's probably too close, and I bet Sam Bennett in that moment was going, if I hit Stoli here, I hit Stoli here. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he throws an elbow at his head, and really praying that Stoli is okay. Most important thing, as I said. But I really am not sure I can say it felt like there was a clear, dirty, violent act that happened here. So, yeah, I think
Not at
we
all.
got to move on.
Joe Wall comes in. Joe Wall, presumed starter to start this season, right? Got more games than Stoli. Put up a 909.273, very solid. And then Stoli put up a 926.214 in the regular season. So they went with Stoli. And I give them credit for going with Stoli, who had the better season. And I give them credit for not doing the tandem thing at all. This is one of those situations where you go, thank God we had a two-headed monster.
Yeah.
You know, and now I get to just slot Joe Wall in here, who was great in the playoffs last year, I would add. Immediately gets lit up. And I was like, oh, dude.
Not great. Tough game to come into.
Yeah, it's awful, dude. Awful. But that could be a huge factor. They of course say they have confidence in Joe Wall. I have confidence in Joe Wall. But if the series turns here, because he's just not playing as well as Stoli, it's tricky, dude, because I would have said the Panthers were going to beat you with Stoli and net, but Stoli was on the Panthers. He knows how a lot of the guys shoot. He sees them in practice all the time. A little bit of a mental edge. Who knows? And now you just lose that. And if the Leafs don't get him back, and if they lose, they will always understandably go that this is bullshit. Bennett hit our goalie, we lost him, and then we lost the series. And I wish it wouldn't go that way. That sucks.
Yeah.
Couple things before we close this game out. Matty Nyes. An absolutely putrid backhand tuck job on the breakaway to regain the 2-goal cushion, which they needed badly because Bennett eventually scored with the goalie pulled.
Yeah.
Incredible snipe. He's the man.
Oh, dude, Matty Nyes is a fucking beautician.
Oh, fuck.
So good. He's so fun to watch, and he don't give a damn about nothing.
Dude, and you're right. He doesn't even know he's on the Leafs. I don't think he knows he's on the Leafs.
And I will say, you said an absolutely disgusting play, and also an absolutely preposterous no call that led to that goal. That led directly to that goal.
And how did he even get on that breakaway? Like,
he's a dog.
Schmidt, but like it was like the worst string of things of all time.
That play was nutty. A high flying, technically 2-on-1, but Reinhardt closing on the far side post. Puck comes across and blatantly gets tripped by Matty Nyes, goes careening into the boards, no call, puck gets wrapped around, Schmidt with the softest pinch you will ever see, like horrible.
How do you not have that puck?
Horrible pinch. Somehow gets by him. His D partner is making a changing, and now Nyes gets a breakaway. And Nyes gets up from that trip, gets down, gets that breakaway, and scores the backbreaker. That was a brutal swing, and it is just so tough we are never one to complain about calls or reffing because it's just every fan base does it. You could do it till you're blue in the face, but the Leafs having 5 power plays in that game and 2 in the third period, and then you not giving that one to the Panthers was wild.
Oh, yeah.
Wild because it literally led directly to
couple crazy kills there. I forgot about that. That was nuts. Yeah. I am officially dubbing the Leafs the ERT Leafs this year. That's what I'll be calling them for the rest of the playoffs because they are the emergency response team in ways that I've never seen because they're still, you can't unleaf yourself in one season, right? You can't be the Leafs and then instantly unleaf, but they can respond to the leafiness. So they take these leads and then they blow it. And I'm like, oh shit, you're the Leafs. But then they go, we are the emergency response team this year. And they respond like I haven't seen them doing in decades. So the ERT Leafs, dude, are a different beast. And I'm excited to see if they can keep it up.
100%. My last thing on this series is we were talking about it earlier, how this is shaping up. This series is like the bully on the playground messing with the pretty boy.
Yeah. I said bullies pussies, but that was better. Bully, pretty boy.
But it's you got Austin and Willie and Mitch with their earrings and their Drew outfits and their baggy pants and their fashion shows, which I love.
Oh my God, I love.
And then you've got these Florida boys who are just
Timberlands
chirping the shit out of them, slashing them, bullying them, cross-checking them. I don't know if you've seen the clip, but at the end of the game there, Matthew Tkachuk is just following Mitch Marner around, trying to slash, hook, and chop him.
Yeah.
And Marner's literally jumping out of the way.
Yeah.
It's like,
he's like, that hurts,
you have
dude.
bullies on the playground chasing them around, and it will be interesting to see how this shakes out. Either we're going to have a David versus Goliath situation here, and the Leafs, and I will say, in that clip, Marner looks like he's kind of goading him. He's like, go for it, dude. We're winning.
Yeah.
And that works when you're winning, right? So we'll see if next couple of games the Panthers get a lead and if the Leafs crumble a bit. But big game, dude. Like we said, every game is must win for the Leafs here. Every single game. And they won that one. And that's huge.
Okay, on to the predictions, Dan.
Yes.
Pausing the pod really quickly to talk to you guys about Dollar Shave Club. I'm in the club. I got to tell you, I'm in the club, and I'm loving it. And everybody should be in the club. It doesn't matter what kind of facial hair you have. I got a decent amount. DP doesn't grow much, but it doesn't matter because the club has all kinds of situations for all kinds of facial hair situations. They make the razors, you make the rules. That's what they always say. I've got the Club Series 6 blade, and it's awesome. Such a smooth, amazing shave, but it goes even deeper than that. It's not just the razors that I'm loving. Okay, it's the pre-scrub, it's the post-shave dew, it's the shave cream or the shave butter. All these awesome products that Dollar Shave Club has humming for you really makes all the difference because it covers me in my entire shave, start to finish. That's the best part. I'm getting ready for the shave, I'm enjoying my shave, and then I'm enjoying how I look and feeling after the shave. It's a special, special place, and I want you guys to get involved too. Because you'll find whatever you like. That's my favorite part. Every time I talk to somebody else, they have a different favorite product than I have. That's what I think is the best thing about Dollar Shave Club. So I want you to go check something out, all right? You can get it on Amazon. You can get it at your favorite retailer, but you can get it on their website too. If you go to dollarshaveclub.com/netters, that's NETTERS, you can get 20% off orders of $20 or more. 20% off is a real deal. That's not nothing. So go to dollarshaveclub.com/netters and check out that 20% off orders of $20 or more, or Amazon or any other retailer, and find it where you want and get in the club. You're going to love it. Let's stay in the East because we're there right now.
Yep.
And we're going Caps, Canes.
Caps, Canes.
And I want to say this. This was from 3 days ago. It says, Frederik Andersen practiced with the Hurricanes on Friday for the first time since leaving Game 4. He feels good. It was nice to be out there with the guys. And it says, I think they haven't announced anything, right? But he's been on the ice. But we don't know who's going to play. I guess just take that for what you will with your pick. Do you have your answer?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on.
I knew you didn't. I fucking knew it.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Caps in 7.
I couldn't decide. I was right there, dude.
Me neither, dude.
Fuck.
And you there is. This is hard for me too.
Yeah.
Our picks do not mean who we are rooting for, or if we're rooting for anyone. I literally went Caps in 7 because of LT.
Dude,
that is genuinely the
100%.
only swing I have
Yep.
here. I think these two teams are so good.
Well,
I think they're so fun. And I want to get into that because Canes, I think you're more fun than you're showing. And we need to talk about that. But I think they're both really fun. They've got great players. I think Aho just had a kid.
Oh, fuck,
So we've got dad
dude. I
strength
didn't know
coming.
that.
I think that's true.
Jesus
I'm pretty
Christ,
sure that's true.
dude.
Look that up. I'm pretty sure Aho just had a kid. We've got a little fishy dude, a little guppy. Is that what baby fish are called? Minnows.
Oh, my
A
God,
minnow.
dude. He just had a kid.
I think it was today or yesterday.
7 hours ago.
Yeah. He's got a little minnow.
And now he hit the road. He's already in D.C. Are you shitting me,
He's got
dude?
a little minnow.
First baby.
Wouldn't it be sick if
First baby. It was unreal. I
they-
said Monday. So happy I got to be there and the timing worked out. And mom and baby are both happy and healthy. She did an amazing job. I'm really proud of her. It's Canes in 4. That's what he said.
He said it's Canes in 4?
Yeah.
That is gas.
That's what the kid's name is. Canes in 4 Aho.
Canes in 4. It's got to be Minnow, dude. Minnow Aho. What a name.
Minnow, dude. This is fucking
So we got a
crazy.
little Minnow. We got a little Minnow.
Oh, it's a girl.
In the fish tank.
Minnow's a great name, dude.
Minnow's a great name for a girl.
We gotta message him.
I know. So I love I think this is going to be such a fun series.
He's gonna put the baby in the cup, dude.
Yeah. He's going to bathe
They're
him.
gonna baptize.
He's going to bathe this
They're gonna
girl.
baptize Minnow in the cup. This is fucking bullshit, dude. I didn't even know this.
It only came down to goalie for me.
Dan, well, I'll wrinkle your brain.
Wrinkle it, brother. Grab it.
LT is why I even said 7. I agree with you, but I was even heavier on the Canes, if not for LT.
Wow.
And Freddie's a huge factor though. Freddie Iceberg, he was fresh as lettuce, and then they cut him. They cut him into a wedge, and they drizzled blue cheese all over him, dude. And I said, keep him in the fridge, keep him in the crisper. That's where I wanted him. Okay, and now you've got bacon bits all up in his fucking mask. He can't see anything.
Yeah.
So that's rattling to me. And if he doesn't play, then I reserve the right to change my pick.
You do.
If Freddie Iceberg is in the net and is still fresh, which I think he actually is, then I think the Canes have a tiny bit more firepower than the Caps. And the LT advantage, is this swings this way, and the Canes' little firepower advantage swings this way. And I would even argue, dude, like, even though they never do it, I still think that's experience. Like, Thomas Edison came up with a billion ways to not invent a light bulb, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they've come up, the Canes have invented 1,000 ways to not make the cup.
Buddy,
So
the Canes have figured out about every way to not make it.
yeah. So this is the way.
Process of elimination, we might be on the way.
I will say this. This series is hilarious to me because it is the Nobody Believes in Us Bowl.
The Nobody Believes Bowl. Which team do people believe in less more?
The Canes are the kings of this.
Yeah.
Like, oh, everybody's hating on us. No one believes in the Canes. It's us against everybody. And then the Caps are getting picked to lose to that team. To the team that no one believes in is being picked to beat the Caps. So they're like, no one believes in us, dude.
And this Caps team just almost won the President's Trophy.
You're the best
They're
team in the
first
league.
in the Met.
In the East.
In the East, yeah. And they're the only other team that won in 5 games or less.
And you
people
stink.
And people are like, they suck. Canes in 5.
Dude, it's
the Nobody Believes in Us Bowl.
Nobody believes in
Nobody
you. Nobody believes in you. I think it's like a nobody believes. No, what did I want? Oh, the Journey Cup.
Journey. Don't stop
believing, dude.
Because no one believes in them.
This is the Journey Cup. Dude.
It's ridiculous. So here's what I was talking about. We got these two teams, right? I think there's a couple of things here. I want to get into the second one, which is my message to the Canes. But the first one is we had the Caps get past the Habs in 5, and then the Canes get past the Devils in 5. So sorry, there were 3 teams in 5.
Who else?
Florida.
Oh yeah,
3 teams in 5.
that's crazy.
No offense to the Devils. I think the Habs were straight up a tougher customer than the Devils.
I think so too.
I think the Habs were a little,
but I think we're being harsh on the Devils. They played some hard games.
They did, and they almost won that one.
Yeah, they almost won a couple games.
So maybe I'm being harsh, but this is going to be a great series. Now, when I look at these two teams, I look at their media presence, I look at their vibes this year.
This is a good point.
Caps, right? Bands make a dance. Bands make a dance. Only chickie clapping. Bands make a dance. That's fun.
Ryan Leonard, yellow laces.
That's fun.
That's fun as hell.
Ovi chasing down Waino, breaking the record.
That's fun.
Ovi breaking his leg, still chasing down Waino, breaking the record.
That hurts, but fun.
We also got Osh, not playing, but with the team, hanging, being the boy.
Playing bingo.
That's fun.
That's fun as hell.
We've got LT showing up, new team, signs a contract, lights out goaltender. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
We've got PL.
New team.
No one knows if he's going to be good or not. No one knows if he's going to find his game. He looks amazing. That's fun. We've got Dylan Strome, the second coming of Nick Backstrom.
Yeah.
Reawakening Ovi. That's fun.
Protas. 7 feet tall.
Apparently, he's a giant.
That's fun.
This team has a lot of fun vibes.
Yeah.
Osh telling us and everybody, the locker room is as tight as it was, if not tighter than the cup year. Wow. This Canes team, we know for a fact, they got fun boys on that team.
This is what I was going to say, dude.
Maybe the funnest guy in the league.
Yeah.
Shout out Jarvie. But the nonsense of the Rantanen trade put a stink on that team. Put a stink in the city of Raleigh. And it's all people were talking about.
Yep.
And I'm here to say, you guys are more fun than people know, and it is your responsibility. Fans, team, Jarvie, Slavo, I'm looking at you. Social media admin.
Yeah.
You're the most
Yeah,
ridiculous,
dude, where you
obnoxious
at?
person on the
Where
internet.
you at?
Show how fun this team is, because the Canes, everyone's going, oh, the Canes Devil series. Boring. Boring. Don't let that be the narrative. You got to pump up the fun vibes because we know they're there. So, That is your responsibility and your duty, as well as winning this series, Canes. Show up. You're not going to win if you don't pump up the fun vibes.
Yep.
Right now, you're losing the fun battle.
And dude, because I said LT advantage, firepower advantage, that brings you level.
Yep.
Last factor, fun. You're currently losing.
Yep.
So chill out.
Chill out.
That's going to be a good series. It's weird, Dan. It's like my least I think it's like my least favorite series to watch. I'm looking at these other ones. I'm so excited about this Florida-Toronto series. I'm so excited about Vegas Oilers. And I'm pretty excited about Jet Stars, especially now that I'm a Rocket man. So I'm kind of like Caps, Canes, okay. I mean, once you're at this level, they're all fun. But I'm like, whatever. If you made me rank them, it'd be fourth. And I think most hockey fans would say that if you're neutral still in the playoffs. But I think it's going to be possibly the most competitive series. Tight games up and down. Okay, next series is Jets Stars.
Yeah.
I'm a newly appointed Rocket man, but man, I love this Stars team. Do I have my prediction? Yes, I do. Ready?
Yep.
Fuck. Okay.
Actually, you know what? No, we can keep doing it. I remember once someone in the DMs asked us to stop saying our picks at the exact same time because they can't hear what we say. And I wonder if we should do that.
I think, okay, that's interesting.
You go first, I'll go right after you.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
3. Wow. Okay. 3, 2, 1, Stars and 6.
Stars and 6. I didn't like how that went.
That was gross. I hate
But
that.
now we know what we pick. All right, we're both on the Stars and 6.
It kills me to say it because if this Jets team wins, I'll be fucking so happy for them. And me. I'll be happy for me. But dude, Dallas is very good. It's fucked, dude, because the Jets did this all year. I said this all year. Like, the Jets aren't that good. And the Stars and the Avs are going to catch them and be better than them. And then they just never did. So right now it's like fucking bananas to be like, and the Stars are better all of a sudden. But it felt like the Stars played a tougher team in the first round and had a ton of adversity and rose up to it. And the Jets played a team they were much better than and nearly shit it. Yeah. And I don't know that you can ride that. I know. With the current shakiness of Helly. We said maybe in the live, he unlocked something in overtime. And if he did, it's a whole new conversation. But right now, that's a huge question mark.
I feel like we're naming all of these series different cups.
Yep.
We've got the Bullies and the Pretty Boys Cup. We've got the Nobody Believes in Us Cup, the Journey Cup. This is I think I am declaring this my Sophie's Choice Cup.
Oh, okay. I have
as we have gone through this season, we've gone through growing relationships with fan bases, with teams, with players. I have realized that I love these two teams so much.
Okay.
I love everything about them.
Dude, yeah.
The journey I went on Twitter with Stars fans this year, they're so cool.
I love Stars fans.
I got to get down to the airplane hangar.
Yeah, I know.
And then, dude, us acknowledging, as we said on the live this morning, I almost said yesterday.
Yeah.
If there is a smaller market Canadian team that the world is going to rally around,
how would it not be the
world
Jets?
is it not the Jets? And dude, their fans, how happy they were last night.
Yeah, dude.
How happy they've been.
The beer league video.
The beer league video.
I think it's on BR Open Ice if you haven't seen it.
We got to talk about the beer league video. There is a late night Sunday beer league game going on in Winnipeg, and there's a group of boys on the bench huddled around a phone watching this game. The goal goes in, they go berserk, and the ref comes over, going berserk. Their teammates.
He's also watching it, by the way.
Oh, yeah, the ref's on the ice with his phone. That's how much this team means to people in the Peg.
Could I say something about that really quickly?
Please.
The fact that game, dude, the Jets got within one with the goalie pulled, right? It was 3-1, and they scored with like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
The fact that entire beer league didn't go, let's just watch the rest of this.
Yeah.
Like they kept playing, you know? I was like, dude, boys, there's 2 minutes left. Everybody just stop. Even run the time. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like everybody just watch. The fact that there were 10 guys out there who missed that goal because they were playing breaks my heart. That was insane.
Incredible. We have dubbed them Winterfell.
Yep.
They play up at the wall. Everything about them I love. Just like Dallas. So I'm picking Dallas because I think Heiskanen and Robertson are closer to coming back than Scheifele and Morrissey. I think, given current form, I like Otter more than I like Helly. But this series is going to kill me. It's going to kill me because one of these teams is going to lose, and I don't want that to happen.
Yep. I mean, no one wants to lose at this. No one wants to lose ever. The Jets fans will find peace. If they lose and they at least got to this far, they'll find some peace.
Yeah.
The Stars fans, if they lose here again, it will be a nightmare. This, Dan, I'll raise you, bro. For me, this one is the Milan Cup because Connor Hellebuck, dude, he plays Binner in 4 Nations, loses in the gold medal game, plays great. Then wakes up in the first round of the playoffs, it's Binner again.
Don't forget, plays Binner in Montreal in the first matchup between them. Wins. Then the final, loses.
Oh, dude, I almost wish that happened in reverse because I would have the road thing. You know, like he can only win on the road.
Yeah.
But actually, he's playing in Canada. Like he plays in a Canadian team.
True.
So that actually was a home game for him. And
That's why
Binner
he
plays
won.
on an American team. So you see what I'm saying here?
I get it.
So now
pal.
Hellebuck was on the road and he lost. So now Hellebuck, he can't escape Binner. And then he beats him in the playoffs. Boom, fuck you, game 7, gotcha. Even though that wasn't really Binner's fault and Hellebuck didn't play that well. But you know what I'm saying. Boom, gotcha, played great in OT. Then moves on to the next round of the playoffs. Who does he get? 4 Nations, his own backup. A2, Brute, dude, the traitor in the midst. He's playing Otter. And I'm telling you, dude, we need to declare this the Milan Cup. The winner of this series gets the start in the Winter Olympics. Nuts on the table, put your chips down, money where your mouth is. Winner of this series is starting in the Olympics. I need stakes, dude. You want to get to the 3rd round? You think that's stakes? I'm talking gold medals, dude. I'm talking medals. That's what I need on the line here. This is the Milan Cup Olympics. How do you feel about that?
I love it. I don't frankly see how you could argue against it.
Who would disagree with that? If they both went to center ice and said, dude, winner starts in the Olympics.
I think they would agree to this. I think they would handshake on this. Whoever wins this series is the starter at the Olympics.
Dude, also, I thought for a second that we were dealing with a voodoo doll situation where it was like, one of my best goal scorer is hurt and on Dallas. And then also our best defenseman's hurt. And then that was happening to the Jets. I was like, oh shit, Dallas is a Jets voodoo doll. I didn't realize that. But it wasn't happening as quickly that to make voodoo doll sense. I was looking up voodoo doll lore, and it wasn't really happening there. So I was like, okay, maybe that's not a voodoo doll. And then, Dan, I think I realized that the Jets are literally just men of honor and are intentionally getting injured to level the playing field. They don't want the bullshit that all the narrative in the Colorado series was who's back and who's hurt and what's going on. Mm-hmm. The Jets went like this. Okay, let me see your champion. And Dallas said, here are our champions. Here, our team's on the floor. And the Jets said, I can't help but notice you're missing 2 of your top 3 guys. We will do the same. And let's play fair because we're Canadian. And if you can't respect that, dude, then I can't respect you. Because the Jets are out here intentionally hurting themselves in the playoffs just to play an even game against the Dallas Stars.
Who could argue with that?
That's respect.
I mean, I'm into it, dude. I
Olympics on the line.
Olympics are on the line. I don't think I'm prepared for the emotional roller coaster that this series is going to be for me. And I kind of feel like you're in the same boat.
It's going to suck, dude. I just became a Rocket Man. Like, I don't want to be...
Yeah, you are a Rocket Man.
I don't want to be not a Rocket Man this quickly. I've been playing the song on repeat today.
Is it a little rattling to you that there's maybe... and even a more of an argument that Stars fans are Rocket Men because they're up in the stars?
Oh my God. I guess maybe I can.
You could use that to your benefit.
Yeah.
You're playing both sides.
I get both.
Could work.
I get both. Maybe they make one team and move on. Dude,
how about that?
What if you could go, let's just not play.
Coin flip. We're going to wear the jerseys of whoever the coin flip wins, but we're going to combine our best players of both teams and move on.
Boom. That'd
Now
be
we're
interesting.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I feel about that series starting. I don't even want to watch. Last series, the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Edmonton Oilers. Okay, I think I'm ready for this one too. Yeah, I am. This is about to be crazy, dude. This is about to be crazy. Okay. You ready? You can do it first. Do you want to do it at the same time, or do you want to?
I think we do the same time. I didn't like how that worked.
Maybe if we said them slower. Like I think I'm like stars and six, and it's just like such a thing, and then yours is and everyone's like, I didn't hear what you guys said. But if I went like this, stars in six, while you were saying yours slower.
I think we should say it at the same time.
I know. I'm saying when you say it slower.
Okay.
And I think it'll be easier to hear. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oilers
Vegas
in
in 5. Do you hear that shit, dude? Do you hear that shit?
I love it.
Watch me double down on the fucking Knights pick, dude. I took the Knights to sweep the Wild. They lose games 2 and 3. People call me insane. Everyone says, nice pick. Everyone says, Vegas in 4. CP's a dummy. Someone said that. Someone said, what a dummy. And I was like this, whatever, dude. Vegas is winning in 6 because they're way better. And sorry, I didn't count on them shitting on themselves and turning the puck over 50 times in games 2 and 3. They should have swept, and they're going to win in 6 now. And then they did, because that's the team they are. And then Jack woke up, and then Stoner woke up, and then Hill's playing good. Okay. And then the Edmonton Oilers, quite frankly, should have been swept by the Los Angeles Kings. Quite frankly, and you said the series is going to change when they get to Rogers, which obviously it did. They didn't lose again, but they didn't play better. Like when they got there, and I was like, oh yeah, you're right. They're probably going to do the Blues thing and win 7-1 at home, and Kemper's going to get pulled. None of that happened. They got to Rogers, and the Kings were just beating them again in both of those games. You want to know? You want a little refresher? You want a little news flash, action news item? You want to know who was better than the Kings all year and the Oilers? The Vegas Golden Knights. Playing them all the time in their division.
You've been big on that.
Dude, they are the best team in the Pacific. They are designed, engineered for this moment, dude. In this series, in these playoffs, to make it to the Cup. And I think they dicked around in the first round and nearly got clipped. We were talking to the boys. We said this. They were like, dude, actually, that series is way harder than we thought. There's no going into this series going like this. This series won't be that hard. Everyone is locked in. They're ready to go. We're dialed in. Let's play some hockey. I'm playing against the 2 most dangerous men on earth. The 2 most dangerous men on skates. You've got Jack Eichel, though, and you've got that defense. You played this team in the playoffs before. You've seen it. You've seen them at their most dangerous. This isn't anything new. And I just think the time for fuckery is over. And they're like, I'm ready to go. And we're not going to chase this series. I don't want to get behind. I'm not sure where the loss comes, because knowing this Vegas team, they could literally lose game 1 at home and then just rip off the fucking reverse.
Yep.
It's not a reverse sweep, but you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm ready to get burned again, dude. I'm ready to go, wow, I doubled down on my Vegas dominance, and now I'm in like a 7-game bloodbath where they have to beat McDavid and Draisaitl with their season on the line. But I think this team is that good.
I love everything you just said. I love the confidence, and I love the intensity. I would be lying if I said that I wasn't getting spooked.
Yeah, you're scared. You're a little terrified boy. You go to bed, you go to bed, and Connor and Leon are literally skating circles.
Laps, dude.
Literally, I don't
They're
mean like
skating
in your
laps.
head. I mean around.
There's
like literally little guys.
I'm a cartoon with a concussion.
Yeah, little guys are literally skating around your head.
They are. I just feel like I'm gonna double down. That Kings team is better than this Oilers team.
Yes, they are.
But there's
keep going.
There's something.
Keep going.
And this Vegas team is better than this Oilers team.
In mathematics, we call that transitive property.
By the transitive
property, the Vegas Golden Knights are better than the Oilers.
They are better than the Oilers. Now, by that logic, the Vegas Golden Knights should win. But how many times in the last 2 years have I seen a team that should absolutely beat this Oilers team, and then they don't? Many times.
Yep.
Many times.
You know,
I've got 4 of them in the last 2 years.
yeah.
And then the other one was they were down 3-0 and took it to game 7.
Dude, I was just about to say, the thing that scares me about my pick is I don't think you can beat a Connor McDavid team in 5. Like, I literally don't think it's possible. I wonder if he's ever lost in 5. Actually, he gets swept by the Avs, so obviously you can. But, like, not this version of them, like you just said, they were down 3-0. Like, that should have been over. And they took that to 7. So, like, it's very tough to get these two out in 5 games.
Dude, I think my big thing, and a lot of the Kings guys said this, losing to that team because of depth scoring is utterly unforgivable. Like, that is not
unacceptable.
Not where you can lose. Mm-hmm. But the fact that the Oilers did have these guys going and getting goals past the goalie, you don't really even have Connor and Leon going that hard yet. I just think it's this fucking team somehow sneaks by against better teams.
Yep.
And I'm done betting against them. And again,
I can respect
I'm
that.
scared. I'm a scared boy.
You're terrified.
And I'm not. And I'm not rooting here or there. I'm just like trying to think logically. And to me, just the way this team is, the way they figure it out, even when Connor and Leon aren't leading the charge, they just somehow grease by, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" I'm done. Mm-hmm. I'd rather go, oh, I was wrong. Their luck ran out. And who knows? Maybe I just mushed you, Oilers. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I cannot in good conscience bet against them again. So I'm like, fucking Christ, dude. These boogeymen are just in my fucking dome. And I just think they're going to continue to get in other teams' domes. So here we are.
Dude, I just think it's the, you're not saying anything wrong. I just think that the whole Eichel McDavid narrative is just that. It's a made up narrative that literally neither of them care about. You know, like I don't think Jack is waking up going, I should have gone first over Connor McDavid. But I do know that you get fired up to play him. Everybody does. Everybody gets fired up to play McDavid, but certainly the dude who went right behind him, the dude who knocked him out of the playoffs 2 years ago on his way to his mug, right? So if you can get that twice, like that feels good. You know, if you go, oh yeah, we actually clipped the Oilers 2 times on my way to my second cup, and he's having the best year of his fucking life, dude. And the fucking Dry's a Hart finalist, and there's a big crowd that's like he's got to win it, which is so insane to me. But those guys will always have incredible years, but they're not having the best years of their life. And this Vegas team, dude, is just we've said it a bunch. It's like this is the healthiest version I ever see them. Like usually they're so banged up and everything's fucked and someone's hurt and they're in their 3rd string goalie. I'm like, no, this is actually the team that they brought here to do this. And it's why they're the 1 seed. And this Oilers team is the team they brought here too. I just didn't think they brought a very good team. I don't think they brought a cup team. You're relying heavy on those guys. And Vegas, I do think, has maybe some of the layers of defense to slow those guys down. But I am so juiced for this one. Like, obviously, I just said Vegas in 5, and I believe in Vegas big time, but if the hockey gods feed me a 7-game barn burner in this, oh my God, dude. Get the popcorn out, get the ribeye, dude. Nice little marinade on the ribeye, maybe some air-fried sweet potatoes, some pan-seared broccolini, there's a little peppercorn sauce, some wine, but I don't even like red, so I'm talking like a chilled rosé. Game 7, McDavid, Eichel. I'll take that all day, dude.
I do love the McDavid Eichel narrative.
It's awesome, dude.
The 1-2.
I think there might need to be another bet, Dan.
The Brady Manning.
There might need to be, because dude, that's what it turns into, by the way.
Yeah.
Like if Eichel wins this series and then wins the cup, it starts to turn into like enjoy all your regular season awards. I don't care.
I like that.
But I just win championships. And again, no one is being like Eichel's better than McDavid. But I am saying Eichel owns McDavid.
You motherfucker, dude. You just lost everyone. Everyone.
But no, that's going to be a sick one, dude. I'm really excited. And also, by the way, it was pretty tight last time. Like it was Vegas in 6, but I wrote it down. It was Vegas, Edmonton, and then Vegas, and they cinched it. Yeah. But this wasn't like it went 3-1 and it was a comfortable win. Like that was a bloodbath series. So even if I'm right and it's 5, I guarantee you these are fucking tilts, every one of them.
And and that's fucking so dope.
Yeah.
And like I I said it. I think Vegas is better. And I think if Vegas loses the series, they're going to go, we are fucking assholes, just like the Kings. Like, we lost to a worse team. They have maybe 2 better players, certainly, but we lost to a worse team.
Yep.
But I'm spooked. I'm
Oh,
spooked.
my God.
What can I say?
All right, take me to the other piece of news tonight, Dan. Dan and I are thrilled to be Bauer athletes because the perks that come with it are amazing, and I want you all to experience them too because I can't get enough Bauer stuff in my life. I'm serious. I cannot. Apparel, equipment, training stuff, everywhere you look at my house, it's Bauer stuff, all right? The training things are absolutely incredible. You've seen, I've got the digital reactor dangler. I'm stick handling on my tiles. I've got a radar gun behind the goal. I'm hammering slap shots. They got weighted pucks. They get light pucks. I'm practicing with everything, okay? And then, of course, when I'm on the ice, I'm flying around in my Bauer skates and my Bauer pants and gloves and helmet and everything. But the stick is an absolute difference maker. The Bauer Twitch specifically, holy smokes. And that's what it feels like. It feels like smoke in your hand. It's the lightest thing I've ever felt. It feels like smoke in your hand, except when you're trying to towie somebody, and then it feels like a super wand that has a magnet to the puck and then will only let go of the magnet when you're putting it through someone's legs, and then you get it on the other side. And then when you go to shoot, oh my God, the kick, the recoil, it's got that low kick and the kickback recoil like no other stick before it. So light, so sleek, so fast, so powerful. I've been going the low flex. I'm down to the 80s. I'm like an 87 flex right now, and I'm loving it. You can shoot in a phone booth. One of my favorite sticks of all time. Whatever you're looking for on the ice, you want to take your game to the next level, you want to be part of this next generation of goal scorers, then I need you to go to Bauer.com, check out all the training stuff, and get your hands on a Twitch today.
Got something super exciting to talk to you all about right now, and that is the Hall of Fame app. Listen, we've all been there when we make parlays. We've all had that moment where you've got the best parlay cooking in the game. You're sitting there. 3 of 4 legs have hit. You're watching the last hockey game that you've got some action on, and you put a wager on the over. And there's an empty net. All you need is that one extra empty net to go in, and it doesn't. And your heart is broken. And your entire parlay falls apart. Well, with the Hall of Fame app, that is no longer going to happen to you as often because this app has changed the game when it comes to parlay cooking. I'm telling you right now. This is an app created by 2 Ivy League grads. What more do you possibly need to know? I mean, give me a break. These guys have put in tons of research with unbelievable intuitive strategy and thought process that has gone into all of this, and they are helping you cook and find the best parlays in the game. They're making everything easier for you. They're going to help you weed out the weaker ones and figure out exactly what to do to get yourself punch-in tickets. This is what the Hall of Fame app does, and this is how they're going to help you because it syncs automatically to BetMGM. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to plug it in one place, then plug it in another. No. Look at this. I got it dialed up right now. If you are on the Hall of Fame app, you're going to put in anything you want. Look at this. The simple interface, everything that you could ask for. This thing is unbelievable. You get what you want. It goes right to BetMGM, and you can place your wager just like that. Unbelievable. You need to get the Hall of Fame app today, and when you do, you are going to sign up with code NETTERS, NETTERS, and you are going to get a 7-day free trial. Yes, you are, but you are also going to get 50% off the first month when you use that promo code. 50% off. Hall of Fame app is making everything easier. It's smarter. It is more dialed in, and we're all about being dialed in. CP, tell the people, since Hall of Fame app has come into our lives, what are our parlays looking like?
Oh my God. I'm doing point totals. I'm doing anytime goal scores. I'm doing money lines. I'm doing spreads. And Dan, I used to be this dialed. Now, this dialed.
And that's exactly what we want. CP just said it. This is not just about parlays. We got player props, we got game lines, we got totals, and more. The Hall of Fame app is taking care of everything. And like I said, promo code NETTERS at checkout. You are getting 50% off your first month on top of that 7-day free trial. Give it a shot right now. There is no reason not to. You want to be cooking these things up in the smartest, most dialed way possible. HOF app is doing that for you today. Okay, we had the NHL draft lottery earlier tonight. So that's it for our series predictions. Covered game 1.
Yeah. What was the first one? Canes. Oh, Caps in 7, Canes in 7. Dallas in 6. Vegas in 5. How are you?
Edmonton in 7.
Edmonton in 7.
And we on the live earlier, we both picked Cats in 6.
Cats
I think
in 6.
you just said that. I can't remember. So we had the draft lottery. Now, we've had a lot of people talking about rigged lotteries in the NHL in recent years. A lot of people saying that.
Yep.
So Bettman and our guy Steve Mayer at the NHL said, fucking do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. So they did the draft lottery live. We saw the balls getting blown up. Whoop.
Yeah.
It just feels like there's a euphemism there.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, the New York Islanders, seemingly out of nowhere, fighting for
Truly
a playoff
out of
spot.
nowhere.
Fighting for a playoff spot. The Islanders get the first overall pick. And it conveniently comes off the heels of the news of possibly the 2026 NHL All-Star Game not happening at UBS Arena because of a new international event.
How could you pay someone back for such a thing?
Just saying. So the Islanders get the first overall pick. The Sharkies get the second. Utah jumps to 4.
Also, massive jump. I think it was all chalk last year.
Massive
by the way.
jump.
So
Yeah, I
that,
think
that
so.
was like 2 huge swings.
Massive jump.
Bees get plugged, obviously. I was filming a video in case something sick happened, and it kind of wasn't. Actually, that was pretty wild that it was Islanders, but I was filming something, and then it cut to all the GMs, and I just saw Don sitting there, and I was like, "Don't even give it to him, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know how this is gonna get blown."
Fucking seriously.
Dude.
Can you read us the results? Read us the top 10?
Yeah,
If you have it.
I sure can.
Because I want to think about when you look at odds. I'll get up as you do that. Hold on. As you do that, I want to get up the we'll get the standings here, and we'll see who kind of seemingly got jobbed the most.
First pick, New York Islanders. Second pick, San Jose Sharks. Third pick, Chicago Blackhawks. Fourth pick, Utah Hockey Club. Fifth pick, Nashville Predators. Sixth pick, Philadelphia Flyers. Seventh pick, Boston Bruins. Eighth pick, Seattle Kraken. Ninth pick, Buffalo Sabres. 10th pick, Anaheim Ducks.
That's good. It feels like, where were the Flyers again?
6.
Yeah. The Flyers and Bruins got a raw deal here.
They both dropped like 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raw deal
And
here.
Preds, maybe? Like,
And,
shouldn't the Preds been...
the Preds were 3rd.
Yeah.
And what did they end up with?
5, but like 3 to 5
No, that's a
almost
bummer.
feels worse.
That's a huge
'cause you're
bummer.
like, dude.
That's a huge bummer. I think there's realistically probably only 2 guys in this draft that could play right away. And I'm not even sure that they will. But a couple teams are bummed here, for sure. But the Islanders to jump from where they were to the 1 feels insane.
Absolutely incredible, Dan.
Insane.
I'm glad some action happened. I do want to talk about the production really quickly, because for the first time ever, it was like, we're doing this live. Usually they do what we saw live, usually they do what we saw tonight behind closed doors, get the answer, and then they reveal it to us live. They're just like, and then the next pick, they already know the answers and they're just revealing it to us, which is why I like the TV glitches sometimes, and everybody's like, you rigged that. So this time they were like, fuck it, we'll show it to you. Actually, it was our boy, Steve Mayer, who runs a ton of NHL operation stuff, content king. He was like, this is a super dramatic thing that we have in our sport. Let's fucking show it to them. I don't know about you, dude, but I was like, to me, I just thought there was weight to, like, if you have a better chance than me, you have 10 ping pong balls in there and I have 1. It's like the Hunger Games. It's like the Hunger Games lottery. So then they just go like this with the 15th pick and they pull one out. Or with the first pick and then they pull one out and it's probably you because you have 10 balls.
Yeah.
And then they go with the second pick. But instead they're like, actually, we pull fucking random ass balls with random numbers. And then if you can see the code in there, then that's who this team's. And I was like,
I said on Twitter,
what is going on?
I said on Twitter, I feel like I work in macro data refinement, trying to fucking analyze
so
these
good.
numbers.
Literally,
I was like,
like,
what is happening right now, dude? Here's a fucking idea. Make them fucking Easter eggs with the team's logo inside, and literally just have it pop up and crack it open and go Bruins.
yeah, because like
it's mental to me that we can't
I love the idea of doing it live, but there's like these 3 fucking guys here. They're like, hey, you turn your back around. Hey, you close your eyes. This guy's got his fucking hand over his eyes, touching buttons, and he's going like this, pointing at the countdown that the whole fucking world can see. It's the biggest board I've ever seen. And he goes, and time. And I'm like, I knew that. They're fucking clocks up there. Also, could you see that with your eyes closed? Like this, and then the dude's writing it down. They got to make it. It was just like such an ordeal. That I was like, I feel like this could be visually cooler than it currently is.
That was my problem. It was just so fucking lame looking. And then the delays, dude. Like Bucci's tossing it to Weeksy, and Weeksy's like, thanks, Booch. Like, are we ready? What's going on here? And then the fucking bubbles go. Like I think it was when Utah jumped. It was like the second one.
Yeah.
Booch was like, wow. And everyone's sitting there going, we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck what's the result?
And then the guy goes, with the 4th pick, and you're like, what? And it's because you can only jump 10,
Yes.
and they were 14, so they jumped to 4, which slotted the Sharks in it too. But you're like, did you just say 4th pick? I thought we were drawing for the 2nd pick. So we got a few kinks to work out, but I do think I love the idea. I love the idea of doing it live. Let's just dumb it down. I think it's almost too smart, Dan. That's the answer. It's too smart right now. There's all this crazy math going on, and I'm like, dude, I need a fucking balloon to pop, gender reveal shit, and little baby sharks come out. And I go, hooray, dude.
Correct.
That's amazing. For those wondering, Matthew Schaefer's still the projected one. Will be like a top pair D-man. And the Islanders, I think they would welcome that big time. They're in a rebuild, and that would be really exciting. He does everything, dude. He does PK, power play, can do everything. He actually had a bad collarbone break at World Junior, but I would be at this stage. Things can change, by the way, as we get closer, but at this stage, I would be shocked if his name isn't called first in LA. I know you're not, dude, but I'm still high on Higgins. He looked like he's the BC kid, for those wondering. He slowed down towards the end of that season. Like, he still put up good numbers, but it just like he looked like weak is like so aggressive in the wrong word, but I was like, you need to get bigger and stronger. But the good news is he will. Like, he possesses all the hard stuff to possess. He just has to get a little bit bigger and stronger. Yeah. And then when you get on an NHL team and that training and that nutrition, you will. That's why I'm still high on him, because I'm like, every issue he had in college, I feel like in 3 years, people go, when he's like fucking he's 18, when he's 22 or whatever the fuck, when he's 24, people might be like, damn, how did he not go higher if he slips to like 4 or 5? And I'm like, yeah, I agree. I think that was a big miss. And then Frondell and Misa are the other ones that look like they might go high.
Yeah.
But it'll be an exciting draft. It's not the deepest draft we've seen in a while.
For sure not.
But I think those top 3 picks are interesting.
Listen, I won't lie. I'm very excited about the idea of Higgins joining Mac and Will in San Jose.
Dude,
if we just
did they go 2? Sharks got 2? Yeah. Wow, that would actually be
if we get the BC
sick,
BU boys
dude.
just growing even further there. Like, don't forget Graf from Quinnipiac's there.
Yeah.
This could be fun shit.
That's really cool. Actually, I didn't even think about that.
So if you're an Islanders fan, you're pumped up right now. If you're a Sharks fan, the future just continues to get brighter and brighter and brighter.
Hell yeah. If you're a Beast fan, go fuck your mother.
Put a bullet in your head and make sure I'm standing behind you. Let's pop into a beer league hotline. Wags, what do we got?
This one is honestly might be the craziest one I've ever seen. A goalie on my team was getting new gear, so he sold some of his old gear on Sideline Swap. The other night, he told us a guy with the username Hawktua, spelled H-O-C-K, asked him if he had any old jock straps for sale. Our buddy did and sold it to this guy. Then Hawktua asked him if he could buy the jock strap of our goalie that he's currently using under the condition that our goalie doesn't wash it. Our buddy said for $200, it's a deal, and the guy bought it. Do we need to call the authorities?
Dude, this.
That's actually insane.
You weren't lying. That got weirder and weirder. I won't lie. He had me at Hawktua.
Dude, Hawktua is special. It's
dude. So special because, for a couple of reasons, Chris. It's like you're A, hockey, but you're B, you're hawking stuff. You're hawking stuff online. You're secondhand trading.
Very good.
I love this guy.
I will add, by the way, because sometimes I can't fit everything in the message.
Can I disclaimer real quick?
Yep.
We do not kink shame on this podcast.
We do not kink shame at all, Dan.
We do not.
Nor would I ever.
I have a man who, I'm not going to dox him, but there's a man on Instagram who religiously DMs me asking to pay me for my used socks. I've not done it yet.
Do it.
But this message is making me think there might be some cold hard cash in this
Do
business.
I didn't include this in the message because sometimes there's no room, but this on Sideline Swap, apparently you can see when users have joined and how many transactions they have. And this Hawk fella has only been on Sideline Swap for a couple months and has like over 50 transactions, of which you've got to assume are mostly this.
Yeah,
right? Like,
yes. I thought you were going to say all, and I was like, well, I don't know. But honestly, it might be all, Chris.
I don't think he's like also grabbing like a baseball mitt for his son.
Yeah.
And then some dude's used beer league jock.
So he bought an old jock.
Like an old one. That's like, oh, I haven't used that in years for market value. Like maybe legitimately. At this point, you're thinking,
why are you even listed? Wait, did this guy? He asked for a jock.
He's like, I'm putting together some gear. Do you have an old jock too? So like maybe in that moment you go, sure,
I do.
Yeah.
Do you want
So he buys
that?
it for like $10.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then he goes, what about the one you have on right now? And then he goes, don't wash it. Because he goes, I got a game tonight. And he goes, even better, dude. Sweat that out and then sell it to me.
Why did he want the goalie specifically?
Because they're huge, dude. They've got the huge jock. You've seen a goalie fucking
there's more material getting soaked in nut sweat.
You want to get your fucking dude? You want to get your face in there, bro?
He wears that.
You get mine. It's a clown nose.
Yeah.
You get my cup.
Yeah.
It's right here, dude. But the goalie cup.
He
Now
wears
you're laughing.
that like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre mask. It's fully covering his face. He's suffocating in that nut sweat.
Dude, how much does a goalie jock cost? Like a new one?
Good question.
Jock strap.
My question is, did our
$60? Dan, you could be swinging these. You could get these. Dude, you should get the 200 and then use a new one, use it, and then sell it to him the next day. Like, I think every week you should sell him a new one for $200.
You don't think Hawk 2's budget's eventually running out? Because my next question was going to be, is there a chance our boy left some money on the table here?
There is.
If you're buying weird shit like this, and let's get even more specific here, pal, we're talking hockey goalie jock straps. There is not a big market for this.
Yeah.
So you found the supply and demand. You've got to ask for more than
10
200
grand.
here. I'm going easily. I'm going easily 5 figures. And if he goes, you're out of your mind, I go, well, then tell me what's in the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
Because I know
You say a number.
you're not finding a lot of options here.
Counter, dude. I said 10 grand. You counter.
You left money on the table.
Okay.
You left money on the table.
But because of that, I think you could keep buying jocks and keep selling them to him until he dries up. Till he no longer hawks Tua. Once he's no hawking.
I think you put your goalie mask on with a ski mask on under it so you can't see your face. And I think you film yourself doing squats in a sauna wearing nothing but your goalie jock.
Wearing this.
And
wearing
go,
only this.
got fresh product for you.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
If you send that video, he's not shelling out 5 figures, you're out of your mind.
You found yourself a gold mine, my friend.
Bleed this pervert dry.
Yeah.
Not kink shaming.
Not king shaming.
But bleed him dry.
If he's got money to spend, I'll take it.
Make him spend it on you.
I might get this guy's info. To be honest with you, I might get this.
I don't play goalie, but I can put on a goalie jock.
I can get this guy's info. He won't know.
And I'm a sweater.
He won't know.
I'm a sweater.
God. All
Jesus
right.
Christ.
Wow. Take a breath. And now we're going to go into our blind ranking brought to you by our good friends at Bauer. Can you believe the people at Bauer bring you a Twitch and blind rankings?
It's unbelievable. They're the best people
What
in the
a
world.
combo.
I fucking love Bauer so much.
This one again came from our live show. This is 2 weeks in a row. People on the live show recommending the next blind ranking. And this one said, can you guys please blind rank the best beers to have after a beer league game?
So are we doing like a brand of beer?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And we are not we've already told Wags he can't say Labatt Blue because that's the GOAT and it would be one automatically. So we're not even going to include Labatt in this, but shouts to a cold Labatt after a beer league game. You shouldn't be.
Yeah, Labatt is eliminated because it's
too good.
Yeah, it would obviously be.
So, blind ranking beers to have after a beer league game. Wags, hit us.
We're going heavy off the bat with a Guinness.
So it's Dan. This is why this is really interesting to me.
Again, Labatt eliminated. This is my favorite beer.
I know. But what's interesting to me is we have the luxury, and no, not all rinks have this, but we have the luxury of having a really cool bar right above the rink too.
Yeah.
So usually it's kind of like beers in the locker room into beers up top. Sometimes if someone forgets the beer, douche, We go right up top. If there are guests there, we go right up top because they're waiting. And if we got up top and she pours me a draft Guinness, this is damn near 1. But in the locker room, in the can.
While I'm still sweaty, while I'm still wearing half my gear.
Yeah. Yeah. I might have to go actually really low.
I'm going to go low. But again, this is my favorite beer. It's just not the setting for it.
Fuck. So maybe 4.
I think so.
Damn. If you had told me I had a Guinness
I'm okay with this because it's the situation.
Right. Holy shit. 4. Okay, 4.
Budweiser.
Heavy?
We'll go heavy.
Yeah, Budweiser is heavy.
Bud heavy.
3. Fucking drinking Reds after a game, or you're out of your mind?
Like, is there a chance
might go
that's 5? Is there a chance that's 5?
No, because there's a chance that
there's some horrible shit could come.
Fucking garbage. Dude, this is a difficult blind ranking for me because I do not fuck with beer at all.
There's some horrible shit could come to the point that this might even be 2.
I'm sure there are a lot of people listening right now punching their steering wheel at what I just said. I don't know how many more fucking times I need to tell you guys. I am a bitch boy. I am a little bougie twat.
We might need to go Guinness higher.
Well,
we can't, but I'm just saying
I was like, all right,
needed to go
I
Guinness
thought
higher.
you were about to break the great cardinal sin of blind ranking. I think I would drink a Bud Heavy over a Guinness in the locker room, though. Because it's still ice cold coming out of the cooler. God, Bud Heavy.
And just have one.
Reds
Okay, so yeah, dude. So now, I'm like,
it feels like you're drinking a thick syrup.
Actually, no, it's a 2. Or sorry, it's a 3. It's a 3. Yeah. But no, I think there was an argument for 2. But I just thought of some more good ones, so we're going 3.
3.
A Bush Light.
This list fucking sucks.
No, it's an
What are you
interesting
doing
list.
That's
to
a
us,
solid
Wags?
staple.
It's an interesting
Bush
list.
Light, 2.
For sure 2, and maybe 1, based on how this is going.
I put it
Maybe
this way.
1.
I like what Wags is doing to us right now. He's keeping us on our toes. He's changing things up. I'm telling you this. If I'm in this locker room and someone opens up a Magic Cooler and those are the 3 first beers pulled out, I'm like, this is the worst locker room I've ever been in.
But what is the order? Is the order you drink them in Bush Light, Bud Heavy, Guinness?
Yes.
So then we might have to go 1.
No, relax.
You relax, dude.
No, you're out of control. 2.
Okay, 2.
A Modelo.
5.
Dude, and everyone.
This is the most fucking batshit unhinged.
No, dude,
unhinged list I've ever seen.
Beer leaguers were already rioting at your Bud Heavy take because that is such a popular.
I know it's a staple,
and so is Modelo. Like half the guys on our team are like, when it's their night, they want Modelo so badly.
Modelo's like a celebratory.
Dude, everybody loves
so
Modelo.
Good.
Everybody. People are gonna lose their shit when they say this, but I really don't like Mexican beer. I really don't. It's one of my least favorite beers, and Modelo isn't the worst of them. But every time they do which one, Chris? We've got a Mexican beer or the other one. I take the other one every time. So I might even, but dude.
Also, garbage beer, trash, disgusting. But here's the problem.
Maybe 1.
It might be 1 because there is a fucking chance that some absolute insanity comes.
Some double fucking
and I'm
120-minute IPA.
That can't be it. But
Cement
there's also
block.
the chance that an absolute goat shows up. We need to figure out
Molson sailboat.
We need to figure out which risk.
Yeah,
you're
dude. So
willing to take.
our life's on the line right here, Dan. Do we go trash Modelo 1 because there's a fucking cement block coming that I'm supposed to ingest after the game, or do we go Modelo 5 where it likely belongs because a pure, like the most pure crisp lager is coming? Don't look at him. Don't look at him because he's going to give it away. But
Don't look at what?
Don't look at Wax.
Oh.
What do you think is up his sleeve, dude?
I think he's going to be a son of a bitch, dude. This has been an insane list.
Okay, so then you want to go Modelo 1 to prepare for the wreckage.
I do not want to be the one to make this decision. I know
fucked us last time, remember?
I know what I want to do in my head.
I fucked us with the brunch cocktails. I
know.
put sangria 4, and then we lost because of me. So
well,
you have to do this.
A lot of people think that you did the great thing. A lot of people love Irish whiskey.
Well, maybe people will love what you do here, and I'm excited to see what that is.
5.
Oh, my God. Okay, Modelo 5, Wags, what's 1?
And don't you dare, did you hear what he said?
No.
Don't you dare change what you were going to say.
No, I had it in.
Be an honorable man.
A good old Mickey Ultra.
Bang! Yes! God, dude,
That's a good one.
That is a good.
I'll drink 15 of those.
That
in
is
the
a
locker
great.
room.
That is a great fucking post-game beer. Holy shit!
I'll drink-
Mickey Ultra, thin can, tall thin can, like tall thin me.
95 cal.
I might have one right now.
I'll drink 15 of
Holy
those in the locker
shit,
room.
dude, that is fucking huge. That saved the day.
Wow, Wags. Well played, sir.
That saved the day.
Wow. I think that is just fine.
That's what we need.
A lot of people are going to be upset about the Modelo take, but I'm sorry, you have bad taste. It's a shitty beer.
Yep.
I love it.
Oh, me too.
That is it for us this episode of the Empty Netters podcast. Those are all of our series previews, breakdown of Game 1 of Toronto and Florida. Crazy shit going on already in round 2. Strap in for more nonsense. And here's the deal, as you know by now. And if not, and if you're a new listener, here's some information for you. We've got our live show, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Pod episodes come out early in the morning on Tuesday and Thursday, so that means we're with you every single day during the week. Make sure you tune into everything. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. And listen to me. Spotify and Apple, 5-star review. Give us some love, and we will keep pumping out this content for you. We love you guys, and until we see you next time,
Skate hard.